What is it with Star Wars and compelling droids? Like, for real. No spoilers. Hello, meatbags. This is the ISO. We now have a new interesting droid, as a long line of interesting droids in Star Wars. A couple that come to mind is K2SO.
Are you talking about me?
And HK-47.
Meatbags.
And Chopper. But it's an interesting trend of things that are happening in Star Wars that I kind of want to talk about. Two Boots is the most recent one, and he's kind of this, like, assistant to the captain. He's got two boots. That's why he got his nickname, I suppose. But he's got these funny quips and stuff.
How's that calf, partner?
Captain, you know I can't drink it. I just share this moment with you.
He's voiced by Richard Ayoade. I know him from the IT crowd. I used to work tech support, so that was like mandatory watching for people who worked in IT.
Have you tried forcing an unexpected reboot?
I started thinking, like, why are all of the droids in Star Wars so quippy and why are they so interesting? I started to think about, like, kind of where Star Wars was inspired from. Let's go back before Star Wars, the 1950s, with Isaac Asimov and the iRobot series. You might recognize the 3 laws of robotics, with the zeroth and the other ones, and ignoring that. Foundation was the original, and then iRobot was like a splinter thing, but basically they take place in the same universe. There was a robot like uprising, an apocalypse, basically. Classic, right? Basically the Galactic Empire in Foundation, yes. Star Wars was inspired by this. The Galactic Empire basically outlawed robots. There was another series that was directly competing with that, Dune, which came out a little bit later, and Star Wars is also inspired by Dune. So Star Wars is kind of like both Dune and Foundation. Dune had a similar story where the robots uprised and there was like an outlawing of thinking machines, right? Everybody in Dune hates robots, right? Everybody in Foundation forgot about robots. Star Wars is kind of in the middle. It's weird because everybody hates robots, but they still like tolerate them. They sort of enslave them. And Star Wars is kind of this like pre-fall of humanity, so to speak. What droids are a reflection of you meatbag. Generally lately it's been comedic relief, but it kind of paints a picture of like, here are these oppressed beings that don't have any rights. I mean, look at the New Hope, you know, see how they discriminated against droids entering a bar. They're treated as property, right? So the personalities of these characters like have some kind of urge in them to like endear themselves to meatbags. In a more meta sense, it sort of puts up a mirror to our own real life and how we have robots slowly becoming a thing. You know, like, that is the most interesting story that we could tell these days. I mentioned iRobot a second ago, and the person who voiced Sonny in that, Alan Tudyk, also played K2SO, so him playing K2SO kind of was like a full circle thing. So I got a lot more to say about interesting droids in Star Wars. This is just one thing that I wanted to mention. I'll talk more about this. I'll see you in the next video, meatbag.